Hi, my name is Tom Sputic with ManifestYourBest.com, where we help people to be able to manifest their best life for their health, relationships, finances, careers, spirituality, and much more. So if there's an area that you're looking to bring abundance into your life, we've got some resources to help. And today I'm going to talk about the difference between passive and active income. Now, if you're like most people, you're probably very familiar with active income. And what that means is this, is that if you have a job, whether you get paid an hourly rate or a salary, you're going to go trade your time for money, meaning you're active in doing something and you get paid for it. Nothing negative or wrong about that. We're grateful for jobs and they provide a very important function for our society. And what happens for a lot of people is they either don't like the job that they're at, or they say, you know what, there's just not enough options for them to be able to create abundance in their life. So what does that leave them? Well, that leaves them with looking for another option for more active income, or maybe they find a different path if it makes sense for them, which is the option to earn passive income. So passive income is basically money that comes to you whether you work or not. So how does that happen? Well, think about this for a moment. If you have leverage, meaning you have some tools or money or other people's time working for you, then you can compound the leverage of the work that you're doing. So for example, if you work 40 or 50 hours a week at a job, fantastic, you get paid a rate and it's a good exchange. But for some people, they find a way to leverage other people's time and money and their own time and money to be able to create freedom. So they can create time freedom and actually make more money doing it. So think about that. A lot of people think that sounds kind of, different or doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you think about it this way, again, working smarter, not just harder. So how do you create that passive income? Well, there's a couple of different strategies. Think about if you happen to work for a business, okay? They have employees, the owner of that company gets paid for the work that you do, and they pay you in exchange for that work. Well, the same kind of thing happens. You could have a business, you could do affiliate or online marketing, you could do network marketing. There's a lot of different types of businesses that you can own, and you can actually start to create that financial leverage to get passive income working for you. Now, why is this so important? Well, let me share a quick story with you. Back in 2011, I was working two jobs. I was working as a high school art teacher, and I was also working at a group home, helping some kids through some of their challenges. Now, I loved the work that I was doing, but unfortunately, there always seemed to be more bills than money at the end of the month. And so what happened was this: a friend asked me a life-changing question. He said, would you be open to an option that could help save your family some money and also help you make some money too? Well, thankfully I said yes. Now remember, I was working two jobs, and in some cases I was working 80 and 100 hours a week. So I didn't have a lot of extra time, so I needed something that would work more efficiently for me. So I said yes. I started to learn some things, and guess what? About a year and a half later, I was able to quit my jobs, and I was able to focus more on helping other people to be able to create that true abundance and the freedom that they wanted in their life. Now, that was a big life-changing decision for me, because when I said yes to that option, I had no idea that my dad was going to be fighting cancer just a few short months after I said yes to that decision. Now, because I said yes, when I found out that he was in a coma fighting for his life, I was able to leave. I was able to go there and take care of him every day when he needed me the most, and I spent the last 3 months of his life taking care of him, so he didn't have to have a home health care person. He had his family there taking care of him. Now, I'm not saying anything negative about anybody who's doing home health care. That's fantastic and a valuable service. But I'm so grateful that because I said yes to an option to create passive income, I had options. I was able to go do other things and be able to have people and leverage and resources working for me while I was doing things that mattered most. Now, you know what? I pray that you never have anything negative happen like that in your life for a loved one or for yourself. But you know what? Maybe it's more important than that. Maybe it's just the fact that it's the slow kind of pain that happens when you do the pain of the same, the 40 or plus years of work that people do, putting in 40 to 50 hours a week at a job that they're not happy with, and then they still end up trying to figure out how to cut things at the end just to make it. A lot of people want a lot more than that. They want more abundance. And that's actually what passive income can do for you. So what I've learned over the last almost 10 years of doing this is I've discovered ways and options to be able to help people based on what makes the most sense to them. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like to offer you a chance to be able to get a free consultation with me. So right below this video, depending on where you're watching it, you should see a link or a button. What that'll allow you to do is fill in a simple form, and you'll answer just a couple of questions. They're 100% confidential confidential, and we'll set up a time for you and I to get together to talk. I can learn a little bit more about some of the things you're trying to accomplish, and most importantly, I can share some options for you that I guarantee I have options that can help you to generate some extra income, start working on that passive income, so that way while you're doing the active things, you have a little bit more leverage that can ultimately create both short-term and long-term freedom. So once again, let me clarify the difference between active and passive income. Active income is that income that you have to go trade your time in order to get paid. The only problem with that is that if you can't or don't want to work, then you don't get paid. Passive income is the income that comes to you whether you work or not. And you have yourself, your resources, and other people's time, money, and resources working for you so you can go do other things. That's true financial and time freedom. It gives you the ability to do a lot more of the things you love with the people you care about most, and you can also give more to other people as well. So if you're interested in looking at an option to be able to create passive income in your life, I have multiple ways to be able to share resources with you that can help. So go ahead and click the button below or click the link depending on where you're watching this. Go ahead and fill in that simple form and we'll set up a time to chat.